Welcome everyone. Here we were dealing with the Krebs cycle. We have seen the reactions, first 4 reactions, where here this acetyl coenzyme A, when it entered into the Krebs cycle, it is here it has combined with the 4 carbon compound, that is oxaloacetic acid, and the first stable compound which was formed is citric acid. Okay, now this citric acid has again changed to isocitric acid. This isocitric acid has changed to alpha ketoglutaric acid. Here this alpha ketoglutaric acid has further changed to succinyl coenzyme A. So let us write this reaction again. Here this alpha ketoglutaric acid has changed to what? Succinyl coenzyme A. It has changed to succinyl coenzyme A with the help of the enzyme alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. This is which reaction? The first one, second, third, and this is the fourth reaction. So in this fourth reaction, alpha ketoglutaric acid has changed to succinyl coenzyme A, and a molecule of carbon dioxide was released with an NAD plus has been reduced to NADH plus H plus. NADH plus H plus. So this happened during this reaction. Now taking it further, what happens is this succinyl coenzyme A, the succinyl coenzyme A, succinyl coenzyme A will change to succinic acid. It will change to succinic acid, and the succinyl coenzyme A synthetase. Here what happens during this reaction, this fifth reaction, succinyl coenzyme A has changed to succinic acid. It has changed to succinic acid. So and which enzyme is helping here? The enzyme which is helping here is succinyl coenzyme A synthetase. So the succinyl coenzyme A synthetase is changing the succinyl coenzyme A to succinic acid. Now here what happens is, here this is also a 4 carbon compound and this is also a 4 carbon compound. From 6 carbon compound it has changed to 5 carbon compound, and from 5 carbon compound it has changed to 4 carbon compound. Okay, so now this 4 carbon compound, that is succinyl coenzyme A, is changing into succinic acid with the help of the enzyme succinyl coenzyme A synthetase. Here in this, now this is a photophosphorylation. Here phosphorylation take place. In this reaction phosphorylation take place. So what is happening? GDP in this reaction, GDP is converted into GTP. What is happening here? This succinyl coenzyme A is changing into succinic acid with the help of the enzyme succinyl coenzyme A synthetase. And here, apart from this formation of this product, one more thing which is formed is GDP is changing into GTP. GDP is nothing but guanosine diphosphate, and GTP is guanosine triphosphate. Guanosine diphosphate, a molecule. Here in this glycolysis we have seen ADP will change into ATP. ADP is adenosine triphosphate. ADP is adenosine diphosphate. In the similar manner, this guanosine is, GDP is guanosine. We have seen this 4 nucleotides: adenosine, guanosine, cytosine, thymine. Okay, so here this GDP is nothing but guanosine diphosphate. This GDP is changed to GTP. Here energy is being formed. Energy is being released during this reaction, and that is stored by the molecule GTP. So this GTP will further change to ATP. GTP will further change into ATP. Like we said now, this isocitric acid is a isomer of citric acid. So here in the similar manner, we can't say this isomer, but here this GTP will be again changed to ATP. GTP will change into ATP. So here energy is released during this one, and it is stored in a molecule of ATP. So when we see this alpha ketoglutaric acid has changed to succinyl coenzyme A, and during this process carbon dioxide is released and NAD is reduced to NADH plus H plus, and this succinyl coenzyme A is again changing into succinic acid with the help of succinyl coenzyme A synthetase, and one GDP is converted into GTP during this reaction. So this reaction is a phosphorylation reaction. This was a decarboxylation reaction. This was also decarboxylation reaction. This is isomerization reaction. So here now this is a phosphorylation reaction where a GDP is converted into GTP. Energy is stored. Now here coming to the next, the succinic acid will change into another product, fumaric acid or fumarate. The succinic acid, if I remove this, so along with this what is formed? Along with this, that is here GDP is changed to GTP. Now here succinic acid. Succinic acid is changed to another compound, that is fumarate. Succinic acid is changed to another compound, fumarate, with the help of enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. Here in this reaction what is happening is this succinic acid is changed into another compound, that is fumarate. Succinic acid is changing into another compound, that is fumarate. This is also a 4-carbon compound. This is also a 4-carbon compound, and this is also a 4-carbon compound. So during this, succinic acid will change into another compound, that is fumarate, with the help of the enzyme. Which enzyme? Succinate dehydrogenase. Here one water molecule is formed. When water molecule is formed, a little change in the structure, and when it changes, when this succinic acid is changed to fumarate or fumaric acid, here a water molecule is released. A water molecule is formed. Along with this fumarate, a water molecule is formed, and this reaction is hydration reaction. Which reaction? It is a hydration reaction, in which what is happening is a water molecule is formed. So when the succinic acid, in the presence of this enzyme succinate dehydrogenase, it changes to fumarate. Along with this fumarate, a water molecule is also formed. Apart from this, now here one more thing which is happening here is this FAD plus is changing to FADH2. Till now, like NAD is, we have this NAD and we also have FAD. Like NAD, we also have FAD. FAD is, here NAD is nicotinamide that is NAD. NAD is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. So here, like NAD, FAD is also found in the cell, and FAD is like how NAD is the molecule, FAD is the same type of molecule. FAD will be reduced to FADH2. FAD will be reduced to FADH2. So here now, during this reaction, succinic acid has changed into fumarate with the help of the enzyme succinase dehydrogenase, and one FAD has changed into FADH2. FAD has changed into FADH2. Now coming to this next reaction, what happens? This fumarate will further change into seventh one. Fumarate will further change into malic acid. Here this succinic, that is fumarate, will change to malic acid. This malic acid further changes into oxaloacetic acid. In the next last reaction, here malic acid changes into oxaloacetic acid. So here now, during this process, here the enzyme is malate dehydrogenase. Malate dehydrogenase is the enzyme which is converting this malic acid to oxaloacetic acid, and during this process one more NAD is reduced to NADH plus H plus. During this process one more NAD is reduced to NADH plus H plus. So here what we have got at the end is oxaloacetic acid. We have started the cycle with oxaloacetic acid, and combination of oxaloacetic acid with acetyl coenzyme A. We will be continuously utilizing this glucose, and glucose will be changing into pyruvic acid, and pyruvic acid will be continuously changing into acetyl coenzyme A in the presence of oxygen. So now this acetyl coenzyme A cannot take place in the reaction, as it is a very small molecule. It needs to be combined with another molecule. That is why we need, that is oxaloacetic acid should be formed continuously. The citric acid cycle will again undergo series of reaction, and it will again change into oxaloacetic acid. Okay, till the cycle is completed, here glucose will further divide and it will change to pyruvic acid. Another acetyl coenzyme A will be ready. For this acetyl coenzyme A, there should be oxaloacetic acid now. So how we will be getting the oxaloacetic acid? It undergoes the cycle, then finally oxaloacetic acid is formed. So this oxaloacetic acid then again enters into this Krebs cycle with the another acetyl coenzyme A. So this cycle will be continuously taking place. The cycle will be continuously taking place inside the mitochondria. So when one glucose is broken down into two molecules of pyruvic acid, so both this pyruvic acid, when they get the oxygen, they enter into Krebs cycle. So how many Krebs cycle will take place? When one glucose will give rise to two molecules of pyruvic acid. So this pyruvic acid, when it gets oxygen, it undergoes Krebs cycle. This pyruvic acid also, when it undergoes oxygen, when it gets oxygen, it undergoes Krebs cycle. So how many Krebs cycle will take place? When one molecule of glucose is broken down, we get two Krebs cycles. So this is one Krebs cycle. In the similar manner, one more, because this is the Krebs cycle for this pyruvic acid. Okay, so for this pyruvic acid also one similar Krebs cycle will take place. For this pyruvic acid also, so one similar Krebs cycle will take place. So when glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen, how many Krebs cycles will take place? Two 2 Krebs cycles. So 1 Krebs cycle for this pyruvic acid and 1 Krebs cycle for this pyruvic acid. Let us see at the end of this Krebs cycle what are the products which we have got, what are the things which we have got. I'll remove these reactions. I said you Krebs cycle is a 8-step reaction. So we have seen all 8 reactions. In the textbook it is given as this. Here this is not given, this is not mentioned. Few steps are not mentioned in the cycle. I have said you all the steps. This step is not mentioned in this cycle which is drawn in the textbook. So but here this reaction will take place. This step is not mentioned. This step is not mentioned in this Krebs textbook, but the reactions will take place. Here how many reactions? 8 reactions will take place during Krebs cycle, and we have seen all 8 reactions. Now at the end of 8 reactions we will see what are the products which we get. So let us see what we have got. We have got this 1 NAD plus, NADH plus. We have got this 1 NADH plus here. Then here we have got one more NADH plus. So how many? This is the first NADH, this is the second NADH, and here you come, here we have got third NADH. So how many NADH molecules we have got? Because these are the molecules which stores energy, because 1 NAD will give rise to 3 ATPs. These are the molecules which stores the energy. But energy which is stored in this molecule cannot be directly utilized. First these molecules need to convert into ATP, then we will get. These are acting as the checks. We have to encash these checks. But before encashing these checks, let us see how many checks we have got, how much cash we have got. At the end of Krebs cycle, let us see how many checks we have got and how many currencies we have got, cash we have got. So here how many? This 1 NADH, 2 NADH and 3 NADH. So how many molecules we have got? 3 NADH plus H plus, that is 3 NADH2. I'll write here 3 NADH2 we have got. What more we have got? Here, because this FADH2 is the same as of the NADH. So here one we have got 1 FADH2. Only one we have got. So these two are the currencies. These two are the currencies. Now let us see how much cash we have got. We have seen this one. Here 1 AD is there. Here 1 AD is there. Now here not there. Here FAD is there. We have written. Here NADH there. We have written. So 3 NADH and 1 FADH. So here one more thing which we see is 1 GTP is also formed. What is formed is 1 GTP is also formed. 1 GTP. So at the end of the Krebs cycle, we get 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP. So this is for 1 Krebs cycle. This is for this 1 Krebs cycle. I said you when 1 glucose is broken down, 2 Krebs cycles will take place now. So from 1 Krebs cycle we have got this. From 1 Krebs cycle. Let us see from second Krebs cycle. Same. In second Krebs cycle also, because Krebs cycle is the same. In second Krebs cycle also 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP. So you see you combine with this two Krebs cycles now. So here 2 Krebs cycle. When we combine these two now we get how many? 3 and 3? 6 NADH2, 1 and 1, 2 FADH2, okay, and 2 GTP. This 1 and 1, 2 GTP. At the end of 2 Krebs cycle, we have got this one 6 NADH2, 2 FADH2 and 2 GTP. So this one, let us see, 1 NADH will give rise to 3 ATPs. 1 NADH will give rise to 3 ATPs. Okay, and 1 FADH will give rise to 2 ATPs. Okay, 1 NADH will give rise to 3 ATPs and 1 FADH2 will give rise to 2 ATPs. So at the end, how many ATPs will get? 6 is there na? 6 3s are 18 ATPs will be getting, because 1 NADH is giving 3 ATPs. So how many NADH we have? 6 NADH. So 6 NADH will give how many ATPs? 18 ATPs. 1 FADH will give 2 ATPs. So 2 FADH means 2 into 2, 4 ATPs. Okay, so and now 2 GTPs. So that means 2 ATPs. At the end we will get 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 ATPs will be getting at the end of 2 Krebs cycles. At the end of 2 Krebs cycles will be getting how many ATPs? 24 ATPs. We have not utilized this one. Now here at this also, before the start of the Krebs cycle, here 1 NADH was formed. So this is for 1 pyruvic acid. This 1 NADH for 1 pyruvic acid. So for here also 1 more NADH. So I'll write here. So instead of 6, I'll write 8, because 1 for this one for this one during this process. So here now instead of 24, 8 means 8 3s are 24. Here instead of 6, I'll write 8. 8 3s are means 24 ATPs. 24. So 30 ATPs will be given. Let us see this one again in the next video. We'll see this energy sheet detail. In detail we'll see this energy sheet in the next class. We'll continue with this calculations in the next class.